Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a lot in the game. I think the penalty obviously goes against us early in the match, and that's unfortunate. I think we started in a pretty good way. I thought we had moments that we could have created more, and you felt like we were starting to generate some ball wins, some different with the ball moments where we were breaking them down, and the final action never happened. So as I said, there wasn't a ton in the game on either side, and what I can say is I think our structure was way better tonight. I think we were way more cohesive against the ball, and we're going to need that going forward to Atlanta. And it's the last thing I would say is it's fantastic to have Christian back, Peglo back, Jackson Hopkins back. So that's going to make a big difference for us.
I was going to ask about all of them, but I want to start with Christian. Just what does it mean to have him back in the mix with you?
Yeah, I mean, first just him and his personality that it exudes confidence. I mean, he's a guy that he's our leading goal scorer still at 6 goals, and he's played in 50% of the matches this year. So I mean, I think that says everything, and also just his demeanor in the locker room. He gives confidence to other guys, and it's going to be important that he remains healthy for us to be able to do what we need to do.
And then for the entire group of players you just mentioned, just what do you hope to see out of this team now that it's getting a bit healthier and you're having players like them back in?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think as we're getting healthier, the expectation goes even higher, and we have to continue to take more and more responsibility. And I saw a lot of that from the group tonight. I think everyone was taking ownership over what their role was. It certainly wasn't perfect. I think we could have again made more out of some moments at which we were 20 yards out from their goal. But with all those guys coming back in, I think we're going to look more and more like ourselves at our best.
What were your thoughts on the penalty call?
Yeah, I didn't really I didn't see it clearly. I think he gets good positioning on Lucas, and so whenever that happens, and there's any kind of contact, then they're gonna rule in favor of the attacker. So that's what I would say about it.
Last one for me, just being shut out at home. Obviously, you've spoken in the past about wanting to have better results at Abbey Field. Just what do you hope to see out of this group going forward?
Yeah, the thing that I really want to look at is we need to push the game more, particularly when we're down a goal. We just didn't generate enough in the second half, and this is where, especially at home, we can feel that we can go for it even more, and no matter the circumstances. So that's something we need to look at. Yeah.
First of all, thanks for your time tonight. I wanted to talk about the penalty afterwards, and you've always said that whenever you have adversity, your team likes to respond in kind. How do you think they responded in the initial minutes after?
Yeah, very well. I mean, I'd have to go back and look at the 5 minutes or so and really evaluate that. But I thought very well. I mean, multiple guys were coming to the sideline and not even really talking about that moment, talking about really what they're seeing. So I think they were solution oriented in that stage. And again, there was chances there for us to make more of in the first half in particular. And I think it was the right response at that time.
There wasn't a lot of shots at either end.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's, in your mind, do you think it was what Nashville was presenting? Was it execution, or was it kind of a combination of
Yeah. Combination. I mean, Nashville's a very good side in very good form. I think this is their 13th match that they've remained unbeaten. So they're playing at a high level, and so they certainly have something to do with us not having very many shots. At the same time, we didn't allow very many shots ourselves. I think we had, it was even 2 shots on goal apiece, something like that. And it's difficult playing in the weather right now. That makes a difference. So I think maybe the energy is lacking from both sides to probably go for it even more. But they have their moment, and we don't have one tonight.
And last thing for me, Luis Barraza, there was a couple times, other than obviously he tries to do well in the penalty, but I feel like there's a couple of times where he kept you guys in it. Talk about his performance overall, say for.
Yeah. I thought Luis and our entire back group, I mean, really, again, we didn't allow too much, and they stayed really connected tonight. And so, again, that's something we want to try to build off of.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.